Hello and welcome to this beautiful cold morning. This morning I was going through my WhatsApps and I was like, okay, and clearly realizing this morning that technology is not really my gig. I'm not supposed to. Well, I can say I'm not supposed to. I'm too psychically aware. And yeah, like, what is there to say? There's nothing to say. I can feel the nullification on my mind, the occult. But that's how we surpass. We are meant to rise through everything. So how would one create one's own spiritual religion? That's a very interesting thing to speak about, because when you create your own spiritual religion, there's so many complexities, and you call it a religion, but there's so many complexities, there's so many different understandings, so many different things, so many things that you have to deal with. And I wouldn't say that I am like a godlike being. I'm just a normal human being, but through my understanding I can understand it, and I'm gonna discuss it. And I am not saying that you should be part of any religion. I'm just saying, here's the understanding. Knowledge is power. You have a lot of accumulated knowledge, a lot of understanding about stuff. So you sit here right now with your understanding about life, and you discuss. Through what you discuss and speak to people, you sit here, and through what you discuss and speak to people, it puts people in the place of mind. It means that they start to think and ponder upon something. And as soon as that happens, you and them, whether there's 1 billion people or 2 billion people, it doesn't matter. If you read the Bible, you are in direct karmic relationship with Christ, or with whatever that is. If you go through Buddhist texts and you take in that, then you are in direct karmic relationship with Buddhism. Buddhism, I'm not allowed to speak about that, but that's, part of the process as well. So if you have a certain perspective that other people ponder on, and that's also the process of when you see people go into deep states of meditation, it's usually just dropping into a space of deep contemplation. It's like, okay, how do you get someone to go into a deep space of contemplation? Put them in a space where they don't know. If you put someone in a space where they don't know, then they have to contemplate. You understand what I'm saying? So you as a child, you as a human being, you are connected with God. God is light, God is knowledge, God is information. The more godliness you invoke, or the more godliness you find or seek in the world, whatever it is that you find that you can make other people ponder on, or if you can make other people expand on, if you can make other people grow on, if you can expand someone else's understanding of something, that is a karmical relationship. I notice sometimes within myself, the more knowledge, the more wisdom, the more intellect, the more whatever I can share with you, let's say I give you a realization about something. If I do that, then that same amount of knowledge, that same amount of psychic awareness that I give to you, God gives to me, or universal law gives to me, because that's the law of karma. Everything is in a karmic cycle. So if I enlighten you, a lot, then God will enlighten me a lot, you know? And it comes in, see, that's what we also have to understand. It comes in the idea of God. Everything is in law, but the idea of God is the idea of something that is beyond the law. If you see what I'm saying. The idea of God is the idea that something is beyond the law of karma. There is a God, a Godhead. I am beyond the law of karma, which is once again something to ponder on. So there you go. Think about that. But all of us normal human beings, we are subject to the truth, which is everything is in a law. We are all having relationships with each other. We are all consistently communicating and speaking to the world outside of us through non-physical, non-verbal communication. How you express yourself, how you live your life. You're consistently giving off energy, consistently giving off stuff. And the intensity of that will increase. And you might think you don't want the intensity, which is okay. But when there's a desire to expand, a desire to grow, then you just hop on the path, fucking go. Start to teach people, start to bump your head, deal with death, go, you know, and whatever happens is what happens, you know, it's out of control. I honestly try to share as much of my understanding as I can, and I know that it doesn't get many views, but it's gonna be useful for someone if they're gonna, you know, and that's all I need. You know, I don't need 1 billion people. If I get 5 people and I raise your consciousness, that means I will receive that from the universe. Universal law. So where you do not have to teach anyone. That's also something I stand for. Is I don't believe that I am a teacher to you. I can share my wisdom, I can share my knowledge, I can share what I know, but you have your own relationship with the universe. So you attracting this video, you attracting this, was you having good karma, or having this karma, whatever you receive from it. Because I can speak 1 billion times about 1 billion different things, but what you receive at the end of the day, you're here with me now, you're here in my little bubble now, but as soon as you go into your own little world, your karma kicks in again. You're stuck with your karmical structure, you're stuck with your aloneness and that process. So that's all of us, you know. As soon as you go into meditation, whatever is going on within you, like I drop into meditation, I'm like, it's not to share, but it's like there's a lot, you know, and the internal process is its own process altogether. There's some valuable information for you.